Hey, this is C&D channel. I'm Chris. This is MMA for you. I'm going to be doing my predictions for Bellator 82, which happens tomorrow, November 30th on MTV2. This fight card goes, really looking forward to the main event. Lyman good versus Andrey Koreshkov. Awesome main event. Everything else, I'm sorry to say. Prelim card, not too interesting, to be honest with you. The arm collectors there, Jiva Santana, Sean Bunch. Those two are pretty much the most interesting fighters there, for sure. Sean Bunch especially, he's someone I'm looking forward to watching. Otherwise, Jiva Santana, I can see him getting another armbar victory or a submission victory. Main event is just fantastic though, but everything else, Let's just get started though. Lyman the Cyborg Good fights Andrey Koreshkov. Hard one to call here, man. Lyman Good has been looking great. Has been looking good in his last couple fights. His fight against Wallhead, he looked good. Mihail Sarev looked good there too. He's showing a lot. He's pressuring his opponents really well. He looks really strong in the clinch. His cardio's up there. His kickboxing's on point. Using a jab really well. Guy's only 27 years old. He's a really good fighter. He's fighting another guy that's been looking really impressive as well in Koreshkov. I mean, he knocked out Sarnavskiy in his last fight, and the ref was this freaking idiot for letting Koreshkov just keep punching him in the face, even though he was clearly out. Koreshkov's undefeated, 12-0, 8 wins by KO or TKO, 3 wins by sub, and he's only 22. He's training at Rush Fighter Sports Club, which is really coming up thanks to, in large part, to Alexander Shlemenko. But a lot of the Russian fighters you see in Bellator train at a Rush Fighter Sports Club. Sarnavskiy is another one that trains there, and they've been looking pretty good. The things I like about Koreshkov is his strong kickboxing, his use of just everything, kicks, punches, knees, whatever. The other thing is he's really accurate. And that's the thing with Koreshkov that really stands out to me, just how accurate this guy is. It's a tough one for me to call. I think, man, if this goes 3 rounds, I would concede the decision for Lyman Good, especially with this high pressure style that he's implementing as of late. But as far as I think Koreshkov might actually be the better striker, and that's saying a lot because Lyman Good is a really good striker as well. I'm really impressed with Andrey Koreshkov. I'm gonna go with him for the win here. Okay, next right after that we have Alexander Tiger Sarnavskiy versus Tony Hervey. Bellator keeps doing this, and it's a bit, and it's not the worst thing they can do, but what they do is they'll get one of their guys they want to feature, like Marlon Sandro versus Dustin Neese. It's like, come on, you're giving these guys like tune-up fights. I know Diego Lima, Douglas Lima. He had like one of these type of bouts where it's just these guys are fighting like overmatched opponents. It's no exception here. Tony Hervey, 15-12 record, 11 wins by KO or TKO, 4 wins by sub, so he is a finisher. He also has 5 losses by sub, and he's 26 on a 2-fight win streak. But Sarnavskiy, 20-1 record, only losses to Rich Clemente, 6 wins by KO or TKO, 11 wins by sub, and he's only 23, trains at Rust Fighters. Stand-up solid. His ground game's actually not that bad, but man, did Clemente just manage to take his back and just get general dominant positions on the guy. But otherwise, this looks like a gimme fight for Sarnavskiy. So yeah, I gotta go with Sarnavskiy to win this. Yeah, this fight's interesting. I don't really know why it's on the main card, but you have Kolohe, or Jose, I don't know how to pronounce the last name, versus Doug Marshall. I don't even know what to call in this fight because Kala 7-5 record, All 7 of those wins are by KO or TKO. He has 3 losses by sub, and he's 30. And he's on a 3-fight losing streak. Trains at Team Oyama. And he last fought in November 2010. So he hasn't fought in 2 years. Doug Marshall, WEC veteran. 14-6 record, 9 wins by KO or TKO, 4 wins by sub, and he has 5 losses by KO or TKO. He's 37 and he's training out of King's MMA. Very unusual fight for me, just because I don't know if they're really if they're just trying to have a fun fight here, if they're trying to promote one of these guys. I'm just really surprised it's on the main card here. I'll go with Doug Marshall. I mean, it's kind of a pick and fight for me. I'll go with Doug Marshall. Okay, and the next fight on the main card, we have Jason Fischer versus David Rickels. This one's at a catch weight of like 160, so that indicates that Rickels probably wants to move down. And that also indicates that they want Rickels to probably win. That's the other thing too. Fischer's a good fighter though. 4-0 undefeated record, 1 win by KO and 3 wins by sub. But Rickels, 10-1 record, 2 wins by KO or TKO, 6 wins by sub. He's only 23. His loss is a pretty. I don't think he won, but he lost against Karl Amasu by split decision. I think Amasu won, but it could have gone Rickels' way very easily. He's 23 years old. He's actually has a Muay Thai base, but he's been showing really good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, especially off his back. A lot of wins in Bellator by triangle choke. He's just kind of a gritty dude, too. You know, he has a good chin. I remember he was taking a couple hard shots from Amasu, you know. Pushes forward. You know, I gotta go David Rickels. He's definitely one, like... I find Rickels really interesting because he's definitely like a Bellator homegrown guy. Like, I mean, there's a lot of them though. Lyman Good is pretty much Bellator homegrown. A lot of these guys are Bellator homegrown. Well, Rickels is a guy that really like started in the prelims and just started to get a win streak. And it turns out, hey, he's a pretty good fighter. You know, won the quarterfinal round of the welterweight tourney in the fight Amasu. You know. So yeah, I gotta go with David Rickels to win this one though. Okay, on to the prelim card. Don't know anything about these guys. You have Mario Navarro versus Anthony Bain. Navarro's 3-2 record, 1 win by TKO, 2 wins by sub. He's on 2-fight losing streak. As Anthony Bain has a 1-0 undefeated record. I'll go with Anthony Bain. Total pick and fight. I don't know anything about these guys though. Next fight after that, you have Sean Bunch versus Chad Kuhn. Yeah, this is definitely a safe fight for Sean Bunch, you know, because Chad Kuhn, he has 0 wins and 1 loss in his record. Sean Bunch, he's training out of AK, his wrestling's so really strong. You got to go with Sean Bunch to win this one. Okay, next fight after that, you have Jiva Santana, the arm collector, versus Brendan Seguin. Interesting fight. I remember seeing Seguin fight like Rob Kimmins and like I think it's either like Titan or Legacy or one of those. You know, he ended up beating Kimmins as well. Brendan Seguin, 23-18-1 record, 10 wins by KO or TKO, 3 wins by sub. He has 11 losses by KO or TKO and 3 losses by sub. He's 36. Jiva Santana, 17-2 record, trains at Team Oyama. He's 41 years old. 1 win by TKO, 15 wins by sub. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is very strong. Most of his wins are by armbar, which is why they call him the arm collector. I gotta go with Jiva Santana to win this one. Next right after that, Terry Davini fights Matt Van Buren. I've seen Van Buren fight Bellator a couple times. I don't know anything about Terry Davini though. 9-5 record, 1 win by TKO, 6 wins by sub, and he's on a 3-fight win streak. With Van Buren, he has 5-1 record, 2 wins by KO or TKO, 1 win by sub. I just don't know anything about Terry, so I gotta go with Matt Van Buren to win this one. Okay, next fight after that, Jeremy Zarnak fights Justin Houghton. Jeez, I don't know anything about these guys either. I gotta say, I'm not seeing it, unless some of these guys are some standouts. I don't know if these guys are standouts or anything like that. I guess I'll find out tomorrow. But with Jeremy, 5-4 record, one by TKO, 2 wins by sub. He's 30 years old. With Justin, 5-1 record, 3 wins by KO or TKO, 1 win by decision, and 1 win by DQ. I'll go Justin Houghton to win this one. Pick him. Total pick him fight. Okay, and finally, Hector Garcia fights John Schultz. Hector Garcia has a 2-3 record, 2 wins and 3 losses. Both of his wins are by KO or TKO, and he's only 23. With Schultz, he has a 2-0 undefeated record, 1 win by TKO, 1 win by sub. He's never been past the second round. I'll go with John Schultz to win this one. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my Bellator 82 predictions. If you have any comments, just leave them below. That's it for MMA for you. Thank you guys very much.